A dream that's not going to come true. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim, and we're here in
Park City, Utah, reporting live Wednesday, the 22nd.
The day after Matt's birthday, which we should be aware of by now. And we'll talk about that later because he had quite a birthday adventure.
I would say it was a slight adventure, if you will. It's been a little interesting. It's been fun.
Been a little choppy on the trip.
It's been a little choppy. A lot of personalities, a lot of fun, a lot of snow. We're snowed in currently.
We can't leave.
Except for they still have the plows on their driveways, but not on the actual road. So I'm not sure
the road is closed, but our driveway you can see cement.
So I'm not really sure if these come from. I don't know where these people come from.
Yeah, like they must live on the mountain already.
I would say maybe they have a shack up here or something.
There's just people plowing the driveways.
I think we got probably, I would say, at least 20 inches. And they're calling for another 10 to 20,
we got
by
20.
the way.
We got 23 inches yesterday.
We're supposed to get another 10 to 20 today.
So there's that.
So we're snowed in. We're in winter wonderland, if you will.
Let's just say we're not going to the work party, work with a Q, work party.
Work.
Because we are here for Gay Ski Week.
Technically, we are.
And some of us aren't skiing and some of us aren't gay, but we're here.
And we're queer.
We're not going to make it to the work party, though.
No, I don't think so.
And I don't think anyone's devastated.
We're not devastated about tonight. We can change reservations around.
We have to go to the frat party.
Frat party we have to go to. And I think
the
by
glow
tomorrow...
party could be fun.
I think by tomorrow we'll be okay. I really do. I'm thinking that, well, unless it dumps again, which I guess it just depends. But it's supposed to be over by 5 a.m. Thursday.
Okay. So that's tomorrow morning.
I've still got 18 or 20 hours left, but
it's nice to see people who haven't seen snow. Like some of our group members are from Texas, Alabama. They don't have snow.
I mean, this is like...
So they're seeing this. They're out there frolicking. I'm like, oh, if you guys want to go in the -5 with wind chill degree weather,
be
my guest. Go jump around. Our guest. But it's like, I'm not going to do that.
Be our guest. That's what you're doing. You're like, go ahead, honey.
Go ahead, honey.
Hey, bitch.
Bless her heart.
So we tried to record last night, and well...
You think you're going to be able to fight them with guns?
But I get the vibe.
They're the ones who built these.
But I also get like a little... Sorry, I'm mansplaining, but like I get a little bit of...
Don't know why I'm here. I work so hard to keep him happy. And then what does he do? I tell a story, it's over. You know what? I'm going to tell it from my point of view. Girl, I can't. Speaking of here, where are we?
We're in Park City, Utah for Gay Ski Week.
Gay Ski Week starts tomorrow.
We're not going to make it because we're snowed in.
We're not even sure they accept fats or femmes.
They do.
Got really quiet over there, so I was like, you know what?
This is the best episode.
I feel like we're just like shouting into the wilderness. We're like,
Holy Spirit, come walk with us tomorrow through the... Do you remember?
Yeah. It would have been such a good episode if the sound had been on. Yeah, so the sound, I got these little lapel mics that are probably better for like in the wild, like so you know it's going to be not like great quality for a podcast. But for me, I can't get over it. So we're going to play some clips from it though, because there are some funny moments. We ended up wearing our mics to dinner where I was completely high out of my mind and couldn't even think straight. All you kept saying was that this whole table hates me. And we were just... I felt like I was, you know when, well, for those of you that smoke or like do marijuana, do you know like when you get super high and then it does feel like everybody's staring at you and you're kind of like... It's the paranoia of like everyone. Yeah. Because you like realized at one point you realized that we had no idea what you were talking about and you thought you knew what we were talking about. So you were like staring at us and we're like, Bobby, what are you saying? And I was like, what do you mean? And then I forgot what I was saying because that's what happens. And then it's like... you hate me. Everyone hates me. I was informed that we were on our A game last night, though, because you had a couple cocktails. I had a couple puffs. I was in the zone. We were in the zone, and so we do have some of that recording. So I'll try to find some good parts that are at least manageable to listen to. They will not be the best of quality. They will not be, but as long as we get the parts about Salt Lake City, yeah. Well, we could always talk about that. Let's have a little, yeah. All right, so we're on our trip. We fly in. Yada yada yada. Tell us about the airport. The airport is like the size of the Atlanta airport with no trains. So you can't get around. They're like bag claim. Bag claim. I'm like bag claim. Bag claim. Okay. So one bag. You turn one giant corner after a long hallway. There's another long hallway. You're like, okay, we're almost there. You go under a runway. You go back up. You're still not there. And then you have another hallway. You're in another terminal then. And it's like, wait a second. So I have to walk through every terminal to go through terminals? To the bag claim. I'm like, why doesn't each terminal have a bag claim? No idea. It took 25 minutes to get our bags. We weren't waiting for the bags, but
we
to get
walked
to the
23
place,
minutes of those.
Which
is fine, but like it's like, okay, I just sat on a really long flight. My knees hurt, like, and now you want me to walk a fucking mile. Okay, but like
it's just ridiculous.
I think of those who may have injured themselves like while they were in town, for example. Like how are we gonna get
we may need a wheelchair we go to the airport for someone in our group, which we'll
discuss.
Reveal in a little bit.
We'll reveal
the big reveal.
We have a big reveal, so stay tuned.
Fuck.
So then we go to a restaurant, and now we do discuss this last night, but I wanted to discuss it today. Like, what kind of vibe does Salt Lake City give you? What kind of zhuzh? Like, I mean,
it gives me post-apocalyptic. It gives me gray, brown, rundown,
sand,
dry,
foggy,
homeless, houseless.
Very houseless, but also it's like got a vibe of up and coming, if you will.
Yeah, that's the phrase you used, and that's a very kind phrase.
It's I'm being kind.
Up and coming.
Like it has like a really nice new apartment building with like little shops at the bottom, but then next door is a motel where all the hookers are going, and it's kind of like
like straight up hooker. People riding their bikes with like 15 trash bags around the back of it, and
then add Mormons.
And then you throw in the Mormons.
That's the regular
and
people.
And then you throw in, you walk into a restaurant, and they're like, ID, show me your ID.
Yeah, you can't even drink in a restaurant.
We have to scan your ID. Yeah, you can't drink in a restaurant.
Unless you
can't get more than one round unless you order something food-wise. So after your first round, if you want a second round in a restaurant, you have to get a piece of toast.
And I'm sitting here thinking, like, all these people are so annoyed by it. And I'm like, well, why aren't we voting these people out then?
Yeah.
Like,
everyone hates it. Everyone who lives here is like, this is the dumbest
thing ever. Yeah.
You have to get an appetizer.
I can even eat your toast if you want. I'm like, oh, is he asking for food?
Like, toast wasn't even on the menu, and our waiter was like, yeah, you can just get a piece of toast and I'll eat it in the back. And
it's like 10
what?
cents. Or it's like, okay,
toast.
So it's like this is the thing about
the rules were made by people who don't drink.
But also by people who are very two-faced, too double standard. Mm-hmm. Okay, because also
we know what they're doing in their private donor parties. They're drinking.
And we found out that they're also donating to the marijuana industry here, the medical marijuana industry, but they also frown upon it. So I think it's very interesting. They're investing
They're getting the money from it,
but they still condone it. Getting a weed card in Utah was pretty much the easiest thing I've ever done in my entire life because it went from Ohio.
You just messaged me. You were like, I thought you had just done it. And you were like, I have my card.
Like literally in 3 days, it was like,
I was like, boom, boom, boom. You have your card.
Like, so then I go there. We go there. He went with me and I'm like, okay.
I was like, I'll just wait out here. And then, I was like, I'll just wait in the car. Then we were like, let's just try going in. Yeah. So I was like, I'll wait in the lobby area. And then he's like, the guy working there's like, no, you can come back.
Come on in. We'll put a visitor pass on you.
I'm like, well, I can't buy anything. I don't have a card. He's like, no, that's okay, but you can just be with your friend.
Like this is the same state that doesn't sell like a high top, like
5%. Yeah, if you get if it's on draft, you can't have it on draft greater than 5% ABV. So it has to be a can. If you want an IPA that's 7%, you have to get a can.
I get that can, honey.
Like, I'm sorry, what?
But yet, we can walk into the marijuana store and she's like, "You ready to have fun in Park City?" I'm like,
"Really?
Well, this is for medical, member."
Yeah, member.
It's medical.
I can't.
It's a very odd state. If you've never been here, I mean, I'd say visit, but also like make sure you have connections.
Yeah, you need to know people here,
especially on the hill. Like you need to be up on this. Like if we were in this,
oh god, no. If we were down at the base of the village,
I mean, I guess we stayed at a really nice hotel, maybe.
St. Regis.
Yeah, we gotta. Babe, we gotta go. We still gotta go up there.
We gotta go see Slutty. Slutty Puffin is waiting. He's like, okay, we'll meet up, but like, let's figure out a time.
The Slutty Puff.
Now, speaking of being slutty, I need a refill.
No, I have the shakes, mind you.
Oh God. Keep going. Keep going. Good job. Good bubby. Good job.
Thank you.
Good show, chap.
So here we are.
I need a sip.
What did you just say?
I need a sip. Let's talk about you driving here. We had to go up a hill.
Okay, so do you just want to talk about yesterday?
Yeah.
So a snowstorm was on the forefront of the forecast. And so to start the morning, we were going to drive Emma and Matt
to their lessons in Park City.
So me and Sarah went in the car. We were going to go shopping afterwards. We weren't sure what we were going to do. We were like, well, while we're out, we might as well go like Get wine. The Utah weed is good. And it's 11. So, we're stranded. So what else do you've got to do? Honey, it's the work party.
It doesn't even matter. Like, we could have an intermission at 4 p.m. Wake up
I
at
can
8
take a nap and
dinner. Go where?
Down the hill.
We're not allowed to go
down that hill.
Going down that hill.
It's also recording on Ash Wednesday. So a shout out to all you Ash folks.
For all you Ashy folks, we...
Put some lotion on.
I thought you said something about Baltimore. I was like...
I did a Baltimore.
Something about...
Back to you.
I was like, why did I say back to him? Yeah, we had a Mardi Gras Tuesday party last night.
So...
Oh, wait, we're starting at the beginning of Tuesday.
Yeah, so we're going to begin Tuesday. So we drive Matt and Emma down for their lesson. We get there. First of all, the signage here is...
There's no signs anywhere.
It's interesting. Like, there was a sign in the road that said buses or parking. So I'm like, well, I'm not supposed to go in the bus lane. I think that's not...
Yeah, when we went back, I was yelling at you. I was like, you're in the bus lane. You're in the bus lane. And you're like, easy. We did this earlier. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
well,
like it's...
Why are the signs lying?
They were
everywhere. They lie.
They lie everywhere.
They lie on the slopes. I can't figure out where the fucking trails are. I can't figure out where the lift that we're trying to go to is. We took the wrong trail 3 times yesterday, and we have 5 people who looked at the maps with us. Like, the trails are not marked.
It's pretty intense here.
The canyons is trash. So then
canyons call me home.
You drop Emma and Matt off, and what do you realize?
Well, so what happens?
I realize at the same time.
So Matt is in the back going, they didn't label the fucking skis. Or they didn't label the boots. And I go, label the boots? Why is there more one pair back there? Oh, Jim's boots are here. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Why would they be there? Yeah.
And he's like scrambling. So then he finally figures it out. He's like, oh, 28s. These are mine. Okay, whatever. So then I'm like, it dawns on me, well, wait, Jim wants to go skiing and he's already supposed to be like almost hitting the hill. So
I was sitting up here like, well, fuck.
I was like, well, okay. So then Matt decides not to close the top door of the back. They both walk away. So I couldn't find the fucking button. So I'd have Sarah get out and hit the button. It was a fucking disaster.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then we come back. We come up the hill, coming up that hill, and we give you your
rough.
skis.
Yeah.
I decide to fly the drone. Fun times, great, doing great because I have my license. I'm a pilot. But we'll
show you some clips here.
I'll show you the clip. So basically what happened was, I found them on the ski lifts. Yay, did them. We'll show, this is all going to be on the screen.
Waving. I'm like, guys, look, it's Bobby.
So then I was like, well, I need to get a battery change. So I need to race back to the house, change the battery, and then try to make it back to the top of the mountain before they get off so then I could like follow them down. Cool. Get back. Well, there's a sport mode on the drone that will not, it disables the automatic detection system. And so I'm looking at the names of the lifts on the map that it provides. So my actual screen was this big, and then the map was this big. So like I couldn't see what's happening on live time.
In real time.
I was thinking I was just going up. I thought I was high enough. I thought I was good.
It's like you were driving a car, but you were looking at Google Maps on your phone.
I was texting and driving.
Yes,
I was texting and driving.
Like fully.
And I'm trying to find where they're going to be probably coming down because they were going to go to the left side. And I'm like, what the fuck is the left side? Boom. I hit a tree.
Ran right into a fucking tree.
Ramrodded right into a tree.
Ramrod stick up the ass.
Sonny Bono'd that tree.
Too soon.
No, I think it's...
Isn't it been like 30 years?
I actually don't think
when did he
anybody
fucking
will
die?
Half our listeners are like, who's Sonny Bono?
Sonny Bono. That was an avalanche.
And that was an avalanche.
That was an avalanche.
We're not in my house. This is actually like
planned. Not my house.
Wait, not at my house.
Yeah, this isn't a gunshot.
This isn't a gunshot. This is a planned arson.
Unless there's a moose hunt going on. I don't know.
Ooh, hunt me some moose.
Oh, daddy.
So yeah, so then we get back up to the hill. I do my drone. Everybody's great. Then we get a text from Jim.
I'm saying I'm coming back.
And why were you coming back?
I'm coming back. No, I had planned to come back. I'm coming back for lunch. As I'm on the way back, I'm going up the lift. I finally hear back from Matt, who's been at his lesson with Emma all day at a separate area of the mountain. So we're not right there. We can't see them. And Matt's like, I tried going down green. I fell. Then there's a pause of like 15, 20 minutes. No response from him. I'm like, okay. Then he texts, ski patrol is on the way. I can't stand. I'm like, no, what? I'm like, does that mean you broke your leg? Does that mean... Like, I don't know what happened.
Like, what happened?
So I'm like, okay, Matt, just stay calm. Go with the ski patrol. I'm going back to the house. I'll drive down to pick you up. Well, Matt may have torn his ACL. He also has like a fibular head fracture, which is classic with, I guess, a torn ACL. And yeah, he can bear weight, but barely. So we had to go get him from the ski patrol. I walk in, he's eating cake because it was his birthday yesterday.
Great birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And it was
45?
also, yeah, he's 45 now. And also one of the nurses was having a birthday, so that's why they had cake. But like they gave.
I'm glad he's able to bond in the medic tent.
Oh yeah, he bonded with all the people. He was there for 4 or 5 hours.
Good sense of community there because all the other people when I'm talking to him, I'm surprised he got help off the hill.
I know
these fuckers here. These
a lot of them are just
Becky's. It's like, oh my god.
I know that is actually it's real.
It's real. Like they're like.
Like yesterday, I was talking to someone who was like trying to get me up the lift. I'm like, I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting back to the right place. And he was like, yeah, go to the right. And I was like, well, I went to the right last time and it led me back here. He's like, oh yeah, go to the left.
People here are not very nice.
He didn't even care.
There's been reports that people aren't very nice actually. And I'm not surprised. It's not surprising. I think a lot of people, I mean, honestly, when you work with a lot of rich people, I think you probably
get jaded.
Like I'd be like, I'm living in a fucking tent up the street.
Like I just wish they knew we weren't rich. Like I'm like, it's fine, guys. Like,
hey, we're with you.
Hey, we're not really here. We're just here.
We're one of you.
So Matt had to sit there and wait. I had to find his boots in a locker, and he couldn't tell me where the locker was. And I asked him in 30 different ways of like, so what was by the locker? What was near it? What lift were you by? Do you remember the name? Could you look on a map and find it? I mean, I kept trying to fit. He could.
Jim was in a definite.
I was just trying to get shit done.
This turned the tone for Jim. I feel like.
The whole trip is like. I'm just like, you know what? Now we just have to move along.
Just move along. But we did decide. Okay, so we got to go down this to get Emma anyway. We were already planning before Matt.
Yeah.
To get them, so we were like, we want to go out for a drink. So then Jim was like, well, I'm gonna go with you, obviously.
Anyways, yeah.
So we're like, let's go down the hill. Well, the snowstorm had started, and this is where I was coming down that hill. And I almost hit a wall.
You did almost hit the wall. Actually, you did hit the wall because the side mirror on my side was in the snow, like flying snow off that wall. So you did hit the wall with the mirror, but you didn't hit it with the car.
It didn't damage it.
No, the mirror looks fine. I looked. Okay. It just hit snow and like snow flew off.
It was probably one of the scariest driving moments of my life, I think, only because I'm in like a 3-ton car, or I don't know how many tons, but...
Not that many.
With people who are from the South, as we spoke about, who are scared shitless.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm scared. That's what my friend Sarah said.
I know.
I'm scared. I was like, well, I am too. Let's just get down this fucking hill.
I'm like, it's going to be fine.
So we figured out how to get down the hill. It was treacherous. I would never want to do it again, to be honest. These roads, I can't.
No.
So
absolutely not.
They go find Matt. They go find Matt. And
you guys go find a place to drink.
Well, we actually parked and sat for about 30 minutes, and then we were like, what's going on, guys? Like, are we waiting here for you or what?
No, I was waiting for a text from you. Me and Jonathan were like, did they find parking?
No, like we parked and sat, and I was like,
oh my God.
And read about 4-wheel drive, since I'm not really sure I was running it right. But anyway, so we decided, let's go to a little bar, let's have a little cocktail, because we're waiting on Emma. Emma's done at 4. It's 3 o'clock. Like, Matt's already been in the tent for 2 hours.
Matt's already been there since like
he's already chilling. Like we have to wait for Emma. We have
we have to wait for Emma. So we're all gonna go back together after we get Emma. So we're not gonna like make Matt hobble over to this bar place.
Bar all like
with us.
Yeah,
so we're like, Matt's in ski patrol. We're in a bar. Where's Emma? Emma's lessons ended at 4. It's now 4:45. No word from Emma. We've called 4 times. It's definitely ringing. It's not going straight to voicemail. We know the phone's on.
Texting Emma.
And then the next time we get a message from her, she's like, oh, I'm in the building. We're like, what?
Where? And
Where?
She's like, yeah, well, I had a panic attack.
I had a panic attack. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to come get you. So I like turn the corner. She's there. I'm like, we're over here. And it's just like, what the fuck happened for an hour? So Emma saw an accident similar to Matt's.
Same group, actually.
Same group. So Emma witnessed another accident, had a full-blown panic attack, could not use her phone or text apparently.
And was just trying to get down the mountain
It was just trying to get down the mountain to survive.
Because they have greens here on at the top of the mountain, which is interesting.
Yeah, we have like long greens apparently. So finally we reconnect. We finally go over, get Matt. He hobbles. We get him into the car. I have to talk to the doctor. The doctor's like, yeah, he like torn his ACL and he's going to need surgery in a week and a half. And like, I'm just sitting here like, okay.
A week and a half?
So, yeah, it's not like immediate. They want the swelling to go down.
Does he have to go like, do you make a...
he already has an appointment on Monday with an orthopedic doctor.
Thank God.
Yeah, so we'll go to that first, figure it out. As our listeners know, we've already been dealing with the Matt Can't Walk saga since September due to his feet injuries.
which had finally healed up.
Subsided. This was his
so that's why he was skiing,
go round
because it was like everything healed. He's able to walk. His feet don't hurt when they're in a ski boot because they're locked in. You're not bending.
Yeah,
you're not putting. Yeah. It's not pressure on that fascia like it normally is on a shoe. Fascial. And now we're back to square zero.
Maybe even worse.
Maybe square negative. Right now, yeah.
I think it's probably a worse recovery.
-1. So
that's going to entitle rehab.
That's where we're at. We've had a great trip.
So we got back here and then I was like,
thank God it's halfway over.
So then it's, stop it.
I'm kidding. I'm loving it.
Are you not? Do you hate it?
No, I don't hate it. I'm just like, there's a lot of people here, so I'm just tired.
I told you that.
Yeah, you were right. You were right.
Well, that's why you have to take moments to just
get away from I was playing my Nintendo Switch earlier. That was good. I didn't want to go.
Gotta get away. That's why last night I went to bed at 8.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I'm going to bed.
I'm done. I don't want to deal with it. I'm tired.
Yeah.
There's really good food here. We have 2 chefs from
our chefs are keeping
us together,
us alive. They're feeding us. They're nourishing us.
They're nourishing us.
They are nourishing us, and it is delicious. Like we had homemade biscuits this morning with these soft scrambled eggs, and then like tomato slices, avocado slices. You could just do anything. You had meat.
They're just good at cutting.
They're good at chopping, dicing, slicing. They made, what did they make last night? Oh my God, Chef Jonathan Harrison from Next Level Chef made this white chocolate chip croissant bread pudding.
Croissant.
And it was the best bread pudding we've ever had.
In my life. Like
Bobby had some honestly, for breakfast.
I might put the link up.
Yeah.
Like I think he sells them. I don't know if he sells them just like during seasons.
And then that shrimp Creole. And then the night before, Chef Amber from Texas, y'all. She was also on Next Level Chef. She made us, for me, we had Peruvian chicken and the green sauce, but that mac and cheese.
So
what was it, like a miso sesame? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was very rich, like, honey.
Oh, I want more of that. Where's the leftovers of that? Anyways, so our chefs are feeding us. They're
phenomenal. And we're going to have them on.
We're going to have them on
some point
this week.
Some point.
At some point. We have 2 days left, but they haven't been on yet, but they'll be on at some point.
We have 3 days left.
Oh, really?
Well, we're still we're just at noon on the third, so 2.5 days.
Okay. I was like, we really just have Thursday, Friday. That's it. We leave Saturday.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it's over.
It's already over.
No, I know. That's the feeling I have right now. I'm like,
you're depressed.
No, I'm just prepared.
Today might not be the day to ski.
They're trying to prevent avalanches right now.
I think that's scary. That means like you shouldn't be skiing.
No, they do that every day. It's normal. It's normal. They always do that. Do you ski?
I don't ski. So that's what we're doing now. Just eating and being sassy and
getting all fat and sassy.
Taking breaks, getting high, getting drunk.
It's great.
It's great. I had a massage. We had massages that I spent $600. Yes, you heard it right. $600.
Bobby spent $600 on a massage and a facial he didn't even order.
Somehow I got connived into doing that, and I was like, well.
They were like, we feel bad for Bobby because he just has to wait for an hour before his treatment. We can give him a facial, but it's like a $200 facial.
Right.
So like, yeah, he got to do an extra thing, but for what?
For what?
We were talking about facials last night. I think it's a scam.
They just wash them.
I'm just going to say it. Like, no one's getting to the end of this life without some wrinkles. Right. You should naturally have them. No one's getting to the end of this life without like
poor problems,
old person skin,
or poor issues,
poor problems, poor pressure,
peer pressure.
And I just don't know that a facial, even like if you got one like once a week, once every 2 weeks, I don't think it's making a difference. I don't think after 4 days, someone's like, did you have a facial 4 days ago? You got that glow.
I think I glowed for the first 30 minutes.
Your skin is just so beautiful.
My skin is soft right now. I'm not going to lie.
It's soft, but does it look different?
It did after. I will say that.
Right after.
I was like glowing, honey.
And then you took a shower like a normal person, and it's all washed off.
So the moral of the story
is, you spent $600 on a facial and a massage.
And in 90 minutes, I went from 60 to 90.
So you got upcharged on everything.
Yeah, I basically got
swindled.
I did, and it was
because Jonathan and I just like did it, and then we were like done.
Yeah, like I was supposed to hang out in the hot tub. I literally didn't get to do any of that because I had to get like
that hot tub was nice.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
it better have fucking been
for that price.
And then we couldn't figure out the locker situation, and the guy that was like there, like he was like, I don't know, he just was.
Why
weird.
was he wearing a backpack?
He had a backpack on the whole
time. Why did this guy working at a spa have a backpack on at all times?
Like it just maybe there's emergency equipment in there or something.
I just like,
and he's like, oh, here's how you do the locker. I'm like, okay, we just did that.
We did that, and we watched you do it, and we read the instructions and did it. And it didn't work.
And I'm like, okay, you know what? And he's like, well, you just changed lockers.
I forgot about that.
Oh, and here's these sandals that don't fit you.
They do not. They did not.
I literally was walking on my tiptoes.
Tippy. Did your robe fit?
Yeah, robe was good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, robe was good.
So I was fully nude at the spa.
I did not get fully nude.
Why?
I just wore my boxer briefs.
No one was around. That was the best part.
Well, no, I could have, but like.
No, you couldn't. You don't have the balls to do it. Which is surprising because you do have the balls. Like they are.
I have the balls to do it.
Very low. They were falling out your shorts last night.
Oh yeah, they were because I was trying to be a whore for everyone.
I love it. Every guy's tried to be a whore. Like even Jonathan today, I don't think had on underwear under his pajama shorts.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Everyone wants to be a whore, but everyone's afraid to be a whore.
But I don't think anybody wants to be a whore in this group.
Oh, why?
I don't.
Are we disgusting?
I don't hook up with friends though.
I'm like, friends? Okay.
Who?
I don't know.
You're just making up shit now. Interesting.
Wow. Well, you're the one who won't hook up with us.
That's because I don't hook up with friends. Why is that such a problem? I think it's a good policy, to be honest with you. It helps with friendship.
Wow. I practice relationship anarchy. Look it up.
I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. What's going on? Are you shutting down?
No, I thought you were going to say something.
He's shutting down.
No, I thought you were going to say something from your list.
No, I just was sort of like letting you close out that conversation about friends or whatever.
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no opinion.
No thoughts.
How has it only been 28 minutes? Oh my God, kill me.
It's fine. Okay. So can I just say something about Russia real quick?
Yeah.
So apparently Putin is making speeches about, did you hear what he said though?
No.
He said, we've got to save the world from gay marriage. I guess it's literally what he said. And I'm like, I can't. I'm like, what? So that was one of his reasonings for like attacking Ukraine because they are allowing gay marriage or whatever.
Which I don't even think they are.
Do.
Yeah, I don't think they are. I think Ukraine is like not a place to be.
I'm just sort of concerned of why it's such a big deal.
I know.
Like, what are you so fucking mad about?
They're not even mad. They just need an excuse.
Reason, right.
They need an excuse for all this bullshit they're doing. So they're like, the reason we are committing war crimes and killing innocent people is because we're protecting the children. Oh, because we have to fight gay marriage. That's why we're doing this. Yes. Everyone rally around me. Let's go commit war crimes. It's just like you need an excuse. And so you want to blame a group of people. So you're like, we'll blame the gays. Yeah. The gays, we have to stop them.
It's like we're the ones that are actually getting
such
shit
a waste
done
of
for your houses and shit.
For your house.
And
we are decorating these houses. Look at that.
Look at this queen. Okay. Yeah,
true,
I just think it's really bizarre.
I know.
And he pulled out of the nuclear agreement.
Oh, here we go again with that. Yeah.
So he pulled out of it, but then he said, we're not pulling out of it, but
yeah, we're not pulling out.
He's like talking out of both ends. My thing is like, honey, you can't even take over Ukraine. So
yeah, if you can't even invade
NATO,
a much smaller country who's not even a part of NATO, not even a part of the EU yet. Like this is not even a country that you should have like steamrolled this country last year.
We've probably given less than a percentage of our military strength towards to them. And
easily
keep them at bay.
This is nothing. We could have easily just, if we were fully involved, it would be over.
I actually have for sure. And I have a feeling like,
but we're not. We're just like, here's some bombs, here's some tanks. Okay, you're good.
I just feel like we have a lot of nuclear warhead situations here that the Americans don't know about.
Oh, we do.
Like, I think, even though we're all like, yeah, we're going to be transparent about
thousands and thousands we have. Like, they don't under people
compared to their 12, we could literally annihilate them, like the whole country,
the whole world.
We really could, and honestly,
the whole world, like it really. That's the problem.
Well, and that's the thing. So,
and then China's like, we want nuclear bombs too.
China can go suck a dick. I don't know where they all become the moral leaders. They're like, we don't want. It's the United States that's doing all this stuff, and it's like, I'm sorry.
It's like, do you want to lock up any more Uyghurs? I mean, it's just like. The things going on in China are so horrifying.
Economy. I mean, you might
what they did with COVID. They're like, zero COVID, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. And then it's like millions and millions of people have died, and they're just like, oh, these aren't COVID deaths. No, they died from something else.
But honestly, in China, they need to like. That's the problem though too. Is like they're living on top of each other. Like it's
like when you have a billion people.
So anyway,
it's too many people
again, and that's why the United States also has an advantage because most people live in these cities. So all we have to do is arm ourselves for those areas, and well.
Are you talking about a war or what?
Yeah, I'm talking about like nuclear war. I'm talking about if they want to get involved, great, but like we can knock out like
we are more separated out. Yeah.
Do you know that we actually have
like
natural
you'd have to
walls
bomb everywhere?
So the Appalachians and the Colorado.
Yeah.
The Colorado.
The Rockies.
What do they call the Rockies? They're like natural barriers to them being able to come across. Oh. So like if they come off the West Coast, like it's going to be hard because then we'd have the advantage because we could just shoot them from.
Well, that's what we have. Well, remember that balloon was over Montana. We've got nuclear warheads all along the Rockies. We got a lot of things in the mountains that people don't know about.
That's right. Not even American citizens.
So well, clearly, I mean, they could if they actually looked into it, but people don't realize.
There's just a lot going on that
it's very strategic.
So it's like I'm scared, but I'm also not. I'm sort of like, you know,
not at all. Yeah.
I'm kind of like at this point.
Yeah.
If we're gonna have a nuclear winter, let's just do it. Do you know what I mean?
Look at us. We could be locked in here forever.
Like,
I wouldn't
it's gonna
care.
happen. I hope it happens in the next 2 days. We're stuck in Park City where it's not being affected.
But our poor puppies.
Oh no, I gotta get Joan. Oh, isn't it so sad leaving your puppy?
It's terrible, and I just thought about her.
I know. Now you made me think of.
And
Joan.
our neighbors are watching her, and they're like, "She's peeing inside a lot." I'm like, "Well, we let her out every 30 minutes at home, and you don't. And also, she's missing us. Oh yeah, because Matt's home all the time, so she goes and scratches at the door. We let her out every 15 minutes, if a lot of times.
There's no fucking way.
Because I just get off the couch. I'm like, "Oh, she's scratching. I'll let her out. I want her to have fun. If she wants to see out there, we need a doggy door."
Yeah,
because that was a little enough.
You have a small enough dog that you could have one that no human could get through,
right?
Because
doggy doors are creepy. If
they kind of are creepy. I'm always like, how?
Well, even like
safe?
if a skunk got in or a raccoon got in our house, because we think we have a raccoon. We think we have a raccoon in our chimney. So I'm like,
oh no,
I'm just nervous.
You guys always have rodents and shit, like or not rodents.
Out my husband.
You like squirrels and raccoons.
We really do.
Well, something that I want to talk about, and while Jim is doing this. I want to talk about something really random. I thought about this on the airplane on the way here. Remember crop circles?
Yes.
But like they don't really happen anymore.
They still do in some areas, but not as often. Yeah.
So like all the UFO thing that's happened, it's all apparently not anything, but I don't believe that.
Like we don't know where they're from, or we can't identify who sent these balloons.
They're just balloons. They're like weather balloons, and all these people are like, yeah, we sent our balloon, and now it's missing. Bitch.
Where? Yeah. Like, so where are they from? How do we not know where a balloon is from? Thank you. And we can't like find the pieces that we shot down. Like, I don't understand. I'm confused.
It's a little confusing because it's like, are you lying? Are you
petrified?
So yeah, the UFO situation. But I was
why did
like
you bring
crop
that up?
circles.
Okay.
Because I saw these farms that were circles.
Oh,
the way they were cutting, yeah. And I thought it made me think like
that's just for the irrigation.
I mean, don't you remember like Unsolved Mysteries being like dun, 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 crop circles and showing up in all these weird places?
But crop circles are when there's like an actual crop, like corn, and then it's like they flatten it. I see how they form them. No, because I've watched humans form them. They take a giant piece of wood
and they just lay it down
like a 2x4 but longer, and just goes on, and they put ropes on it so you can like hold the rope and then step on it and like lift it with the rope and move it in a circle.
It's just like a horrifying situation.
So you could just we could make a crop circle.
But that's what I want to get at.
That's why I'm like, why would aliens do that?
Are we just dumb as humans?
I would say yeah. I would say yes, like, just in general. But
I feel like we're always just trying to like. So now the new thing
we're trying to make up a story for something. Yeah, we're always
hard.
We're like, this is a human didn't make this.
UFOs.
It was an alien who made a crop circle. Like, that's a little complicated to think people that are creatures that we can't even do this type of stuff. Came here all the way to the planet, and somehow they've stayed completely hidden. No one's ever spotted them or taken a photo. No one's ever said like, wow, look at this. And then we see a crop circle and we're like, an alien did this.
There's alien unidentified or like
why are we trying to make up complicated solutions to things where we're like, no, a human with a piece of wood did this.
You know,
it's just sad. We make up stories to like feel important. We're like, and God did that. God intervened and my guardian angel protected me. And I was like, you fell. You just like, that's not, he didn't save you from the car crash. You just braked earlier. Like
lucky.
It's just so weird, but humans do this. We make up stories all the time to be like, oh, there's more than just us. Thank God.
It's true.
It's so funny.
It's so weird though. Like,
we're like, this balloon is probably a UFO. It's like, or it's just a balloon.
It's because we are so in denial of our lives that they will eventually come to an end, that we hope that there's something else out there.
An alien will find me and then upload my brain.
Yeah, or like,
I'll have a new body.
Right.
I'm going to freeze my head and attach it to a body later. Like, no, you're dead. Like,
you dead. She dead.
Like these people, there's literally people who pay $40,000 a year
to get their shit frozen, right?
To get their body frozen and keep it in a lab somewhere.
It's disgusting, first of all.
$40,000 a year for what? You think we're going to suddenly reactivate your dead body?
So
why?
Why would you put a new heart in and all new organs?
Yeah, but you just froze the brain. So it's like everything, all the water that was in it froze, expanded, and it's ruined the tissue. Like you can't,
and nobody wants that body. Do you know what I mean? Like nobody wants that body. Like if you were to bring me back after I died and I was like 80 years old, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, can you put me in a different body?
We could put you on like a robot body and you're like, I'm Bobby.
I can barely stay conscious now, so I'm not sure how it would be if I came back after 7,000 years of
in
time.
A freezer.
Being like, hi. I'd be like, that'd be scary as fuck.
Everyone hates me here.
Last I knew I was high as fuck and everyone hated
You're going to
me.
wake up in 7,000 years and be like, where the weed at?
Where that weed at?
Where the weed at?
Which, I mean, I'm not really that much of a pothead, but anyway.
Okay.
Okay, mama.
I think we've seen a few puffs on air today.
Well, on air. Back to you.
Back to you, Piffity Puffer.
I also thought about, do you have anything that you want to talk about in particular? Found out that it's not a raccoon, it's actually a squirrel.
Yeah, so we have an update. We do have a creature living in our chimney, but it's not a raccoon. So
you set up a camera?
So we called like this critter control and they came out and they probably hated the rainbow flag out front, but they set up a camera and we just have confirmation that we have a squirrel living in our chimney.
Now, and again, I made this comment earlier, but Matt and Jim Matt in particular.
Yeah, don't blame this on me.
I mean, Matt's username is like squirrel something. So Matt loves squirrels. So it wouldn't surprise me if during his recovery time, he's learned how to call them in through the chimney. They probably all sit down around like Snow White, or what's that one that Cinderella, where they all sing, all the birds and the animals. This is Matt.
Matt's feeding them peanuts. Matt's feeding them everything.
They know where to go and they want more.
Oh my God. That sounds delicious.
It's true.
So let me keep looking.
Jim needs to take a nap.
Jim needs to take an escape. Jim needs a vacation.
Yeah, by himself.
I guess. I don't know.
Sounds like people aren't really your thing.
No, they're not. Even my husband. Oh, wow. Okay, this is weird. I don't think I actually
just got excited. Wow.
Because I wanted to ask you this and see what you think, and I think it might blow your mind and freak you out a little bit.
Oh, great. I love it.
Because it connects to the bigger picture. So I'm just going to read what I wrote or typed because I'm not going to try to. Okay. Is the reason you want to become famous because of the breakdown of the American dream, how there's no way to work up the ladder to succeed, so you feel the only way to succeed is to become Instagram or TikTok famous? Like previously,
previously
maybe in the 50s, you thought if I work hard, I can get in this company, I can build my way up, I can become CEO, or I can get a loan from a bank and start a business,
right?
And I'm going to work. This business will succeed, and I'm going to do great. Nowadays, we have an entire generation of people who are playing on their phones, on social media, trying to become famous by posting a video. I'm going to go viral because I made a cake. And it's like all these people, it's like everyone's trying to do that though. And not most of them are not going to become successful or famous from that. But they all think that's how you do it in this day and age. And it previously was like you could get a good job after a good education, work your way up, retire, have a great life. Now it's like, oh, I got to do this one thing and become famous on the off chance. I got to get lucky. I got to be in the right place at the right time, meet this person, film it, and then boom, I blow up. And so that's what I'm wondering, like, what you think about that.
So
the American dream fell apart. Now all we have is social media.
The thing is, though, I'm actually living the American dream, if you will.
Really?
I mean, I started at my company without a college degree. Do you know how much the national average is for a household? Do you even know that?
I know what the poverty limits are. I don't know what the average
national average household, $48,000 a year. Do you think that's two people potentially?
Yeah, husband, wife, yeah. You're successful.
Yes, I feel like I started at the bottom making $15 an hour, and now I'm where I'm at.
Okay.
So I do think.
So what's all this about then?
This is fun to me. This is enjoyment. This is a hobby. This is
you have said, and I will get other people who are here. This is about making it big, becoming famous.
Not famous.
Breaking free, getting $1 million contract.
Okay, yeah. Breaking free in the fact that like I love this so much that it would be really great to get paid like Joe Rogan, who gets paid $200 million, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be great to just sit here and get paid and have fun? Instead of living the American dream where you then have to listen to somebody above you who like will fucking berate you and make you feel like you're a piece of shit. No, we could just sit here and be like, yeah, the universe, and get paid. Make sense? So for me, it's more,
I just think that there's a lot of people that, so you feel successful in your career.
I do.
You don't want a different job. You feel successful.
No, I feel I've achieved success, but I also see the truth of success. I know the truth of like working hard, especially in this day of age. Like literally nobody works anymore. Like it's like I always say like 95% of people are just walking through life like not even like clueless, and there's 5% of people who are actually keeping things running. Look at a company with 500 employees. I would say about 25 of them are running it. The rest are fillers. You're going to file, you're going to print.
But those people who aren't running it and aren't doing anything and just walking through, do you think they've just given up because they look around and they're like, "What? How do we succeed here?
Probably.
How do I get ahead in this?
Well, it depends.
How do I get ahead?
Depends on where your levels are at. I do think some people do have, and I've said this before, I think some people have ceilings. Like you can't get past, some people cannot learn past a certain point. Like this is their level. This is their cap. This is it for them. And that's fine. They're still a great employee, but like some people are capped and don't make it.
Like they don't have the drive to be better.
Or they don't have the brain power. I mean,
I do think
there's true. There's people who are like the greatest people in the world, but like not everybody's supposed to be smart.
I don't think that everyone is smart.
This is what I get disappointed about. And when it comes to like the American high school and like American schooling is that we frown upon all these trades and
all the
like
dumb people.
Right. Like, so you think that all these things are, there's a lot of actual dumb people who aren't actually dumb because they start these companies as a plumber and make $200,000 a year plumbing.
Right.
But you don't get told that in high school. You don't get told that you got to go to college. And again, we've talked about this just so that then you have to pay a fucking student loan.
Well, that's the thing. And then you get a job that's unrelated to your degree. And
literally.
You're like, so what am I, how do I succeed?
That's why I feel like I've succeeded in the American dream because I've worked around it. I've done the walk around. Like I started working instead of going to college.
But if you were single, like, could you accomplish all your goals with your income?
Yeah.
Where would you live? Like with your income, what house would you live in? Where?
I could buy a house.
Buy a house, but not where, I mean, not even where you live.
Yes, I could.
Not that. No, you could not get a mortgage for that.
My mortgage would be like $1,200. I lived with Adrian, it was $900 in Westgate, but $900.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could live in, yeah.
Well, I could live where I'm living now easily.
I didn't think they gave out $500,000 mortgages but okay.
You actually would be surprised because we got over $1 million for not making that. I mean,
yikes.
This is
the American problem. This is the American problem.
They give you, they're like, yeah, you can get a $600,000
They give you the loans because they know they won't lose money because you can't make the payments. They take the house back and then they sell it to someone who can't afford the payments. So they don't care. Right. The banks are like, oh yeah, here's $1 million. Go buy whatever you want. You can do it.
Exactly. But that's my point though.
It's like it's such a joke.
So sure, if I wasn't with Michael, would my finances be different? Absolutely. I think that's not, I mean, I can't deny that, but I also don't think I'm going to be like this struggling person. Like, no, I'm not going to go eat out all the time. No, I'm not ordering Uber Eats all the time. I'm not buying all this equipment all the time.
No.
But I still could live a pretty decent life.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's true.
Well, I'm glad I think your definition of success, you have met it. I think most people want to be a little more comfortable to consider it success, but
I don't think Michael understands this either, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because like there's money involved, but like I don't think a lot of people understand what poor really is.
No, I know what it is because the poverty limits are ridiculous.
But like that's what I'm saying.
They're talking about a family of four at like $32,000 a year.
Right.
That's like mom,
where are they living?
Mom, dad, 2 kids.
Right.
And
so what makes you think that isn't enough for one person?
No, I think it is.
Okay.
I just think success. When you talk to a high schooler, what's your view of success? Where do you want to be when you're 34 years old? They're not going to say, I want to be at a job. They're going to want to be like, I want to have a mansion and I want to have 3 jet skis. And I want to, it's like,
right.
So it's like this unobtainable idea of success is what I think most people are looking at.
But what I also think too, though, is that you're never going to achieve what you want.
Oh.
It's true, because once you get there, you want something else. Every time I get something.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I love my drone. Obviously, I wrecked it yesterday.
You want a bigger, better drone,
right? You always want the next. Okay, I achieved that. Now what? Now what?
I feel like I've reached the now what phase. Well, not now what. I'm gone beyond it. I don't think there's nothing.
But that's my question too, because I had a conversation with my boss and said, I looked him dead in the eye and said, I'm not really sure. I feel like this is it for me.
For me, this is it.
I'm like, but is this what I want to do? No. So like, what do I do? And I said, this is more of a personal problem, but like,
I know.
I don't know where you want me to go and what you want to do. Like, I've already hit my cap at the place unless everybody quits. But like,
I am making the most I will ever make. I am doing the most I'll ever do. I've been enough all over the world. I don't really crave any destination. I'm kind of like, this is it.
This is depression.
This is it.
It is.
It's like the opposite of success, the general public view of success.
But that right there,
this is real success where you're just like, okay.
But that's what my question is. What is success though? Because is it just because you have money and you can go do all the things? Or is it because you don't have the money, but you don't give a fuck about having to go be at your job overtime and oh my God, I'm salary.
Not letting your job bother you at all.
Right. And sometimes I think the ones that make $30,000 and don't give a fuck are living a way bigger, better life.
Yeah. They get to go to the casino once every other month. They have a beer at their favorite bar. They're a regular.
They know where the cheap bars are. They know where the cheap deals are.
They enjoy each and every cigarette. And it's like, that's success to them. They're happy.
So I think success actually is a weird and interesting definition. Actually, when we have Jonathan Amber on, I think we should ask that same question.
Because for them, it's numbers of follower. It's like,
well, it's followers, but it's also getting the gigs and then selling your bread pudding for XYZ.
The next TV show, the next, and it's always the next.
But I think that's
you want to host your own TV show, and then it's like, oh my God.
But that's with anything though. Think about it, like clothes. Oh, I love this outfit, but that one's cute too though.
And then I want the Gucci,
and then I want this.
Then
one.
I want the Louis Vuitton.
Oh my God! Do you know that? Do you see what that person's wearing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I got to stay out. I stay out of that. I'm just trying to think. Like, I don't think either of us really have like too many material desires to be successful. Like
I don't want.
We don't try to flaunt it.
No, honestly, I just want to be able to do what I like to do, which is I like doing this. So like,
this is it.
Yes, have I spent a lot of my money on this instead of the mortgage? Yes, and that's where I've been blessed. But like, however, like I could do it on a cheaper budget. I could do it. I would still do it.
We could still do this.
We could have went back to square one because I have sold stuff, and that's how I upgraded by selling, but. So anyway, success is everybody's own definition, but I think at the end of the day, it's just being able to sit in the room and being okay. And I just don't know if anybody ever feels that.
And so take yourself out of this because this was not really about you, even though you turned it into that.
You asked me, you said, how did I feel about it? So I told you.
No, but it wasn't about you. This was about the general public. We have an entire generation obsessed with social media, and their view of what is successful is a number. It's a number of followers, a number of likes, a number of reposts, whatever, retweet. Why?
How about a number of sales you close, honey?
How about being happy? Like, why do we have all these kids who are like, oh my God, she has 10,000 followers? Like, oh, really? Does she know any of them? Does she have Does she have emotional connections with any of them? Are they happy?
It's a weird psychological mindfuck.
That's what I think is. We have a whole generation of kids growing up thinking success is this number.
Well, because then they saw our generation becoming internet famous and making shit like Jeffree Star, for example. Jeffree Star started out on MySpace
and then
as
YouTube
a personality,
and
then he started music. Then he did this. And
now we don't know if he's a he, and it's like
now, but he won't say
they because he wants to be a conservative, like famous person. I mean, it's whatever he is, he's disgusting. Jeffree Star.
I never thought he was very asshole. He's gross, but I used to like his music. I'm a fucking star.
I thought you were gonna say makeup. I thought he was a makeup.
I'm a fucking star.
Oh, Jeffree Star was like a music
signed.
person.
Yeah, he got signed by
That's hideous. That little cretin needs to go back into his hole.
Well, honestly, and he's in Wyoming, so
there it is.
Which I want to buy land in Wyoming. We've already discussed that. So maybe I want to collab with Jeffree Star.
Maybe you want to fuck him.
Maybe I'll fuck him.
I think a lot of conservative men have fucked Jeffree Star.
He fucks
There's
rappers
always like
and football players.
Who is it?
Rappers and football players.
Football players, yeah. Why are football players fucking him?
He's because ugly. They like that, probably the power that he holds because he has a ton of money. Like I think he might be a billionaire. I'm not even kidding. With the makeup and shit, like a lot of money.
That sucks.
And then meanwhile, then you have
their success.
But Still not happy though, because he's still not happy.
Now
we're in school to learn how to raise
now he's transphobic and just shits on trans people on like talk shows and other things to try to get more famous.
You're ever happy.
He's not happy.
I don't think anybody is.
Really?
I really don't think you. I think you can get to a point where you feel happy and like there's moments in life where like this trip, for example, was a very like it's gonna be a good memory. There's gonna be some good memories. Like
there's some good memories, yeah.
And so that's all that we have is memories. And nothing else matters.
Are you going to start quoting everything everywhere all at once?
Thank you.
Nothing matters.
But it doesn't,
Everything
matters. But it matters, but it doesn't. Like, we think all this stuff is such a big deal. But at the end of the day, we all fucking die and end up in a box. So it's like, what does it fucking matter? Nothing matters. Your little dick and your fat belly or whatever it is, you're having problems with your little titties, whatever it is, your fat face. Nobody fucking cares, to be honest. And honestly, everybody just cares about themselves. So you might as well just not worry.
I love that.
Thank you. Period.
Wow.
End of story.
Take your little dick and march off.
Sundries. I'm scared for this week for you.
I'm just going to bitch slightly again about signage. I don't understand how you can have multi-million-dollar mansions on this ski mountain, and then you go down the ski mountain and you get to a fork in the road and there's no sign saying this way is one trail, this way is another trail. You can go to a parking lot at the base of Park City Mountain, which is like super rich, super wealthy are there all over the world. You're in accents and languages from everywhere. And you can't find a fucking sign to save your life that says, hey, the lodge is this way. It's like I've wandered around this area so much. I've taken the wrong trails, gone up the wrong lifts. It's like they can't get the signs right. And I don't know what the fucking problem is because they have the money to make the signs. They have the money to put them up. They have the money to maintain them. But they don't have
money, honey.
They have the money, honey. They don't have the fucking signs, though. So this resort needs to get their shit together. This is to the epic people. This is to the Park City Mountain, specifically canyons. It's trash. Okay, this is not an area I want to ski again unless you can get the signs better.
Wow.
Thank you.
I guess next year you're not coming.
I just said I wouldn't ski this area. I can come to the trip.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, well. Oh, well. Sundries. Do you have a sundry?
I do. It was the other day. Well, first of all, it was at the nail salon.
Okay.
So I took my new medicine and it's making me a little shaky, first of all. But second of all, this place was really busy and there was only like 4 people there working. And they tried to rush us through our nails that we planned on.
She's like, she's like, just file. I was like, yeah, but I was like, I said, I want the cuticles done. Aren't you going to do the cuticles? She's like, I didn't have my hand in hot water. She didn't even touch the cuticles. She's just like, oh, you want a manicure? I was like, yeah, I booked a full manicure with dip color. Like, why do you think I would come in and just get dip? And I didn't have a fucking, like, what?
So I go.
So you're going in. I'm like, he needs a manicure as well. Well, first of all, they don't seat us together.
First of all, they don't seat us together.
And I refused. I was like, no, I'm here with my friends. So I need a different chair. We were having
girls' day. Girl.
We were
getting our nails done.
You're sitting there. You were done in like 10 minutes.
I was done in 10 minutes, and it wasn't like I didn't get like the special like rubs that you got.
The nails
do look good.
The nails look. I was just like, can I see them again?
They're like shiny.
They look really good though. Your cuticles are better than mine. Yeah, I'm a mess.
Way good.
Way God.
But I want to make a comment about what the lady said to me.
What did she say?
Oh, you shaky.
Oh yeah, she was like, "You're shaking,"
and laughing at me, and I'm thinking, I'm shaky because of my medication.
Like she looked and she's like, "Oh, he's very shaky."
Why you shake?
Oh, why you shake? And then she like talked to her friend in Vietnamese about it. Like, we're gonna get canceled for doing that. But
I don't fucking care anymore.
That's how it sounded when you're sitting there getting when you're getting your nails done and they're talking about you in Vietnamese. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna make fun of you later, and it's fine. Like it doesn't matter.
Well, that's the thing. They can do it to our face, and we do it to their back.
Yeah, exactly. And they're literally like laughing,
but I'm thinking to myself, what if I really did have a disease?
No, that's why I was like, you could have Parkinson's, you could have an essential tremor, you could have so many different things.
And I'm thinking, you're making fun of why you shake so much.
You're so shaky.
I'm like, okay,
yeah, bitch.
Yeah, but I just took my medicine. But also, like, if I didn't have my medicine, I was still shaky.
Why would you talk about it?
You have weird bangs. Like, I don't say
you have ugly bangs.
Yeah, like,
and I can't understand you. So where are we at? And you're not even doing a good manicure.
Yeah, like stop rushing.
So you're rushing. So do you really want to throw down right now? Do you really want to go over this?
And they do.
No, they didn't.
No, they don't.
They would have cried.
They were like, you know what?
You know what? And then,
But our nails look
thankfully,
good.
but I did enforce. I was like, he didn't get a manicure. He got a paint. So they're like, okay, it was only $20.
Okay, good.
Because I told them, I was like, he didn't get a scrub. He didn't get
anything.
He didn't get anything. And she was like, yeah. Well, it was a little white girl at the front.
And they were
so
busy.
She knew.
She knew it was busy. A lot of them were out of town in Vietnam, actually, they said.
Oh,
So
they were in
like,
Vietnam.
Half of them were in Vietnam visiting.
That's why.
So it's like they were so busy. I get it, okay, but like also,
Yeah,
like,
but it's still like, no, we're not doing this.
do you know who we are?
Do you know where we are? We're successful by our standards.
Look at our success. But yeah, so that's another episode. I mean, I hope you really enjoyed it.
I think we really deep dived into some things.
I kind of like it. I think success is going to be a big thing. Oh, and look at Jim's shirt. Bottoms and tops, we all hate cops.
Yeah.
I thought it said couples. I was like, yeah, me too.
But I put this on yesterday, and everyone in the group here, all 12 people, are like, yes.
No,
Like all the girls were like, I would never date a cop. I was like, oh,
literally,
wow.
they become.
Yeah.
That could be our century.
We'll just leave that. Yeah, we'll
leave that at that. Thank you for listening and have a great week. Pray for us that we survive the rest of the trip.
I hope we get out of here. Jesus Christ.
Bye.
Bye.